All right, so you're looking for the perfect laptop.
The perfect laptop.
But not just any laptop.
No.
The best laptop you can get.
For under $500.
For under $500.
Yes.
That's right.
Exactly.
You sent over a list of 11 contenders.
Wow. 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got big names like Acer,
Asus,
Lenovo, to some more intriguing ones like
AC Magic.
AC Magic.
Yeah.
And what I'm seeing here is that you're not limiting yourself to just one type of machine.
Right.
You've got Chromebooks, Windows laptops. It looks like you're open to exploring all the options.
Yeah, it's a smart move because you're right. The sub $500 laptop market is more diverse than ever.
That's awesome.
We're going to need to consider what's most important to you.
Right.
Are you a gamer who needs processing power?
Okay.
A student looking for portability and battery life? Or maybe a busy professional who needs a reliable machine for everyday tasks?
Exactly. One size definitely doesn't fit all in this case. And speaking of size, a lot of the laptops on your list are Chromebooks.
Oh, yeah.
What's the deal with those?
Yeah, what is the deal with those?
Are they really as simple and affordable as everyone says?
They absolutely live up to that reputation. Chromebooks are essentially laptops designed to run on Google's Chrome operating system.
Okay.
Think of it like a streamlined version of Windows.
Streamlined.
Very user-friendly and heavily reliant on cloud storage and web-based applications. This makes them super affordable and efficient, but it also means they're not ideal for heavy-duty tasks like video editing or gaming.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if someone needs more power, they'd probably be better off with a Windows laptop.
Yeah, probably.
But then there's that whole Windows S mode thing that I've seen mentioned in some of the reviews.
Oh, good catch.
Yeah. What's the deal with that?
Windows S mode is essentially a more secure version of Windows.
Okay.
But it comes with limitations.
Oh.
You're restricted to apps from the Microsoft Store, which can be frustrating if you need specific software that's not available there.
Yeah.
The good news is you can usually switch out of S mode if you need to.
Okay.
But it's a one-way street.
Ooh.
So it's something to consider carefully before making a decision.
Got it. So security and simplicity versus flexibility.
Yes.
That's an important trade-off to keep in mind.
It is.
Now, I have to admit, I'm really curious about this AC Magic laptop.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Their website talks about bringing people closer and making life more beautiful.
It's very philosophical.
It sounds almost philosophical.
Yeah. And to be fair, their specs are impressive for the price.
Really?
And AC Magic is a relatively new brand.
Right.
So there aren't a lot of independent reviews out there yet. It could be a hidden gem.
Okay.
But it's also a bit of a gamble.
Ooh, gamble.
Yeah.
I love a good tech mystery.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about something a little more practical.
All right.
Screen size.
Screen size, yeah.
You've got options ranging from 11.6 inches all the way up to 15.6 inches.
Large.
Yeah. What should someone keep in mind when making this decision?
It's all about portability versus screen real estate.
Yeah.
If you're constantly on the moving down, a smaller screen is going to be much easier to carry around.
Right.
But if you need a lot of screen space for multitasking, or you enjoy watching movies on your laptop, you'll probably be happier with a larger screen.
Makes sense.
Just remember, a larger screen usually means a heavier laptop.
Right. It's like choosing between a cozy armchair and a nimble scooter.
Yeah.
Both great, but for different purposes.
Exactly.
Now, while we're talking about practicality, let's address something that comes up a lot in reviews.
Okay.
Storage.
Storage. Oh, yeah.
I'm seeing terms like SSD and eMMC storage.
eMMC.
Which I'm guessing are not the same thing.
No, they're not.
Can you break those down for us?
Absolutely. SSD stands for solid state drive.
Okay.
And it's essentially the gold standard for storage these days. SSDs are super fast and efficient, which means your laptop will boot up quickly and applications will load in a snap.
Nice.
eMMC storage, on the other hand, is a type of flash storage that's often found in budget laptops.
Right.
It's not as fast as an SSD,
right,
but it's still a decent option for basic use.
Okay.
Especially if you rely heavily on cloud storage.
So an SSD is like a high-speed train.
Yeah.
And eMMC storage is more like a reliable commuter bus.
Yes.
They'll both get you there, but the experience is going to be quite different.
It is going to be a different experience.
Okay, so far we've talked about operating systems, screen size, storage. What about RAM?
RAM. Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
RAM, which stands for Random Access Memory, is essentially your laptop's short-term memory.
Short-term memory.
It determines how many tasks your laptop can handle simultaneously without slowing down.
Oh.
For basic web browsing and document editing, 4 GB of RAM is usually sufficient.
Okay.
But if you're a multitasker, a gamer, or you work with demanding applications, you'll want to aim for at least 8 GB and ideally 16 GB if you can find it within your budget.
So more RAM means more things you can juggle at once without your laptop throwing a digital tantrum.
Pretty much.
Now, I've noticed that some of the laptops on your list have the option to upgrade RAM and storage, while others don't.
Right.
How important is that upgradability factor?
Upgradability is a huge plus, especially if you're planning to keep your laptop for a few years.
Okay.
It gives you the flexibility to boost performance down the line without having to buy a whole new machine.
Right.
If you're on a tight budget right now, you could even buy a laptop with lower specs and upgrade it yourself later on. It can actually save you money in the long run.
That's a great tip.
Yeah.
And speaking of tips, I saw one review where someone turned their $300 Acer Aspire 3 into a $700 machine.
Nice.
Just by upgrading the RAM and storage themselves.
That's the beauty of DIY upgrades.
It's like a budget-friendly Cinderella story.
Yeah, you can often get a lot more bang for your buck if you're willing to get your hands a little dirty.
Yeah.
And don't worry, there are tons of online guides and videos that make the process surprisingly easy, even for beginners.
All right, I think we've covered a lot of ground in this first part.
We have.
Operating systems, screen size storage RAM, even the potential for DIY upgrades.
Yeah.
What are some key takeaways you'd like to highlight before we move on to exploring specific laptops in part 2?
I think the most important thing to remember is that there's no single best laptop under $500.
Okay.
It all comes down to your individual needs and priorities.
Right.
Before you get too caught up in specific specs. Take some time to think about how you'll be using this laptop, what features are must-haves, and what compromises you're willing to make.
Okay.
Once you have a clear picture of your ideal laptop, you'll be in a much better position to navigate the options and make an informed decision.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I like it. So listeners, stay tuned for part 2, where we'll dive into those specific laptops and help you narrow down your choices.
Yeah, we will. All right, let's shift gears a little bit and start diving into some of the specific laptops on your list.
Okay, I'm excited.
Me too.
I know our listeners eager to get down to the nitty-gritty details.
Yeah.
So where should we start?
Let's kick things off with one that seems to get a lot of love in the reviews.
Okay.
The Acer Aspire 3 A315 24P R7VH.
Okay.
This one packs a punch for the price, especially in the performance department.
Yes, I saw that it has an AMD Ryzen 3 7320U processor.
Yes.
Now, I'll admit I'm not a tech whiz. Can you translate that into something I can actually understand?
Think of it as the brain of the laptop.
Okay, the brain.
This particular processor offers a great balance of power and efficiency, which means you'll be able to zip through everyday tasks like browsing, streaming, and light work without any lag. Plus, it comes with 8 GB of LPDDR5 RAM.
Okay.
That's the short-term memory we were talking about earlier. 8 GB is a sweet spot for multitasking.
Okay.
And ensures smooth performance even when you have multiple applications open.
So no more digital tantrums from this machine.
Hopefully not, no.
What about storage? How much can you cram onto this thing?
It comes with a 128 GB NVMe SSD, which, as we discussed, is the fast lane for storage.
Right.
Your laptop will boot up in seconds, and applications will load incredibly quickly.
Nice.
However, 128 GB might not be enough for everyone, especially if you have a large media library or work with large files.
But didn't I see somewhere that you can actually upgrade the storage on this model?
You did, and that's one of the great things about this laptop. You're not stuck with the base specs. If you need more storage down the line, you can easily upgrade it yourself.
Okay.
And remember that reviewer who turned their $300 Aspire 3 into a powerhouse by maxing out the RAM and storage?
Yeah.
That's definitely an option here.
Okay, that's a huge plus for flexibility and future-proofing.
Yes.
Now, what about the screen? Is it big enough for movie nights?
It boasts a 15.6-inch display. Okay.
Which is definitely large enough for enjoying movies and videos.
Okay.
However, there's a catch.
Oh, a catch.
The resolution is only 1366 by 768.
Oh, that sounds technical. What does that mean for the average user?
Basically, it means the picture won't be as sharp and detailed as you might get on a higher resolution screen.
Okay.
You might notice some pixelations, especially if you're used to watching content in high definition.
Right.
It's not a deal breaker, but something to keep in mind if you're a visual stickler.
Good to know. So we've got great performance, decent storage with the option to upgrade, and a large screen that might not be the sharpest.
Yep.
What else should we consider?
Yes. The Acer Aspire 3 ships with Windows 11 in S mode.
Oh, right.
We talked about the pros and cons of that earlier, so it's up to you to decide if the security benefits outweigh the limitations.
Okay.
You can always switch out of S mode if you need to.
Right. It's all about weighing those trade-offs.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to another contender, the Lenovo newest flagship Chromebook. This one seems to be a popular pick for its touchscreen and portability.
It's a sleek little machine.
Yeah.
The design is modern and minimalist, and it's incredibly lightweight.
Lightweight?
Making it perfect for students or anyone who's always on the go.
Ooh, lightweight is music to my ears.
Yeah.
My current laptop feels like I'm lugging around a brick.
I know the feeling.
What about the performance? Can this Chromebook keep up with everyday tasks?
It's powered by a MediaTek Companion 520 processor,
Okay.
which is an 8-core chip. Now, don't let the technical jargon intimidate you. All you need to know is that this chip is more than capable of handling everyday tasks like browsing, emailing, and even light gaming.
Wait, did you say gaming on a Chromebook?
You heard that right.
Wow.
Chromebooks are becoming more and more versatile.
Okay.
While they're not ideal for hardcore gaming, they can handle casual games and cloud gaming services like Stadia and GeForce Now quite well.
That's pretty impressive. So this Chromebook can handle work and play.
Yes, it can.
Nice. What about the touchscreen? Is it responsive and easy to use?
Absolutely. The touchscreen is very responsive, and it adds a whole new dimension to interacting with the Chromebook.
Okay.
You can navigate menus, scroll through documents, and even draw or take notes directly on the screen. It's a feature that quickly becomes second nature.
I can see how that would be super handy, especially for students or anyone who likes to take notes digitally. Now, what about storage? We know Chromebooks rely heavily on cloud storage.
Right.
But is there any onboard storage for offline access?
It comes with 64 GB of eMMC storage,
Okay.
which is enough for storing essential files and a few offline apps. However, if you plan on storing a lot of photos, videos, or music, you'll definitely want to take advantage of cloud storage services like Google Drive.
Good point. It's always wise to have a backup plan when it comes to storage.
Yes.
Okay. We've got a lightweight touchscreen-enabled Chromebook that can handle work and play.
Mm-hmm.
What's next on our list?
Let's switch back to Windows machines and take a look at the HP Stream 14. This one's all about affordability and simplicity, but it does come with some compromises.
Okay, so the HP Stream 14.
Yeah, the HP Stream 14.
I feel like we need to unpack this one a little bit.
Yeah, we do.
Because from what I've gathered, it's budget-friendly.
Yes, very budget-friendly.
Which is great.
It is.
But I also get the sense that there are some compromises.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So
you are spot on. The HP Stream 14 is a great example of getting what you pay for.
okay.
It's incredibly affordable, especially when you consider that it comes with a year of Microsoft 365.
Wow, okay.
That's a fantastic value.
Yeah.
But to hit that price point, some corners had to be cut.
Okay, so I love a good bargain hunt, but I also don't want to be stuck with a laptop that's slow or frustrating to use.
Right.
What are the main compromises we should be aware of?
Probably the biggest one is the processor.
Okay.
It has an Intel Celeron N4120,
Okay.
which is, let's just say, not known for its blazing speed. It's fine for basic tasks like browsing the web, checking email, and working on documents.
Okay.
But don't expect it to handle anything too demanding.
So probably not the best choice for gamers or video editors then.
Exactly. And the 4 GB of RAM doesn't help matters when it comes to multitasking.
Right.
If you're the type who likes to have dozens of tabs open at once, you might notice some lag.
Okay, so performance-wise, it's not going to win any races.
No, probably not.
What about storage? Is it at least spacious enough to hold all those essential files?
Well, that's where things get a little tricky.
Okay, tricky how?
The HP Stream 14 is advertised as having 64 GB of storage,
Okay.
but it's actually a combination of 32 GB of onboard eMMC storage
Okay.
and 32 GB of cloud storage.
Oh, so you're not actually getting a full 64 GB of local storage.
That's right.
That's something to keep in mind, especially if you need to work offline frequently.
Yeah, and it's worth noting that eMMC storage, while decent for basic use, isn't as fast or durable as an SSD.
Right, good points.
Yeah.
So we've got a super affordable laptop with a year of Microsoft 365,
Yep.
but it might not be the speediest or the most spacious.
Right.
Let's move on to another option that caught my eye, the Asus VivoBook Go. I love the sleek design, and it seems to strike a good balance between performance and portability.
Yeah, the VivoBook Go is definitely a strong contender.
Okay.
It's powered by an AMD Ryzen 5 7520U processor,
Okay.
which offers a significant performance boost compared to the HP Stream 14.
Okay.
You'll be able to multitask, stream videos, and even do some light photo editing without breaking a sweat.
Okay, now we're talking. That sounds much more promising for someone who needs a bit more power. What about RAM and storage?
It comes with a generous 8 GB of RAM,
Okay.
which is perfect for multitasking and ensures smooth performance even when you have multiple applications open. And for storage, you get a spacious 512 GB SSD.
Wow, 512 GB.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
it is.
That's enough space to hold a massive media library, tons of documents, and all your favorite applications.
Yes, it is.
So we've got great performance, plenty of RAM and storage, and a sleek design. Is there anything else we should know about the VivoBook Go?
One thing to keep in mind is that it doesn't have a touchscreen,
Oh,
which might be a deal breaker for some users.
that's a good point. It really depends on individual preferences and how you plan to use the laptop. Some people swear by touchscreens, while others find them unnecessary.
Exactly. It's all about finding the right fit for your needs.
Right. And then we also have a couple of Samsung Chromebooks on our list.
We do.
We have the Samsung Chromebook 4
Yes.
and the Samsung 12.2-inch FHD 2-in-1 touchscreen Chromebook Plus laptop.
That's right.
What sets these Chromebooks apart?
So Samsung has really upped their game in the Chromebook market.
Okay.
And these two models are great examples of their commitment to quality and innovation.
Okay.
The Samsung Chromebook 4 is a classic Chromebook focusing on simplicity, portability, and affordability.
Right.
It's lightweight, has a long battery life, and delivers snappy performance for everyday tasks.
Okay, I love that it's MIL STD 810G certified,
Oh, yeah.
meaning it can handle a few bumps and drops. That's perfect for students or anyone who's a bit clumsy.
Very durable.
What about the Samsung 12.2-inch FHD 2-in-1 touchscreen Chromebook Plus laptop? That one sounds a bit more sophisticated.
It is, as the name suggests, it's a two-in-one device,
Okay.
which means you can use it as a traditional laptop or fold it back into a tablet mode.
Okay, cool.
It also boasts a beautiful FHD touchscreen display, making it ideal for creative tasks, note-taking, and watching videos.
Ooh, a 2-in-1 Chromebook. That sounds incredibly versatile. What kind of performance can we expect from these Samsung Chromebooks?
Both models are powered by Intel processors.
Okay.
The Chromebook 4 has an Intel Celeron N4000,
Okay.
while the Chromebook Plus has a slightly more powerful Intel Celeron N4500.
Okay.
They both deliver smooth performance for everyday tasks like browsing, streaming, and working on documents.
Okay, so they can handle the basics without any hiccups. What about storage?
The Chromebook 4 comes with 32 GB of eMMC storage,
Okay.
while the Chromebook Plus has 64 GB. Okay.
And both models offer expandable storage via micro SD card, which is a nice bonus.
So you've got some flexibility there if you need more space for your files. All right, we've covered a lot of ground with these Chromebooks. Let's switch gears back to Windows machines and explore a couple of Lenovo laptops that caught my eye. First up, the Lenovo 2022 newest IdeaPad 3 laptop. This one seems like a solid all-rounder with a touchscreen and a decent set of specs.
It's a good choice for students or anyone who needs a reliable machine for everyday tasks.
Okay.
It's powered by an 11th gen Intel Core i3-1115G4 processor,
Right.
which provides ample power for multitasking, streaming, and light work. It also comes with 8 GB of RAM and a 256 GB PCIe NVMe SSD, so you've got plenty of speed and storage space.
That sounds like a winning combination.
It is.
And I love that it has a touchscreen for added versatility. What about battery life? That's always a concern with laptops.
That's the one area where this IdeaPad falls a bit short.
Okay.
You're probably looking at around 4 to 5 hours of mixed use, which might not be enough for a full day of work or school. Okay, so maybe not the best choice for road warriors or students who spend long hours in the library. Let's move on to the last Lenovo on our list, the Dell Latitude 5480.
The Dell.
Yeah, this one's a bit different as it's a refurbished business laptop.
Yes, it is.
What are the pros and cons of going the refurbished route?
Refurbished laptops can be a great way to save money, especially if you're looking for a high-end machine.
Okay.
The Dell Latitude 5480, for example, packs some serious power, an Intel Core i5 processor, 8 GB of RAM, and a 256 GB SSD, and because it's a business laptop, it's built to withstand the rigors of daily use.
So you're potentially getting a lot more bang for your buck.
Yeah, you are.
But what about the risks? Is there a higher chance of something going wrong with a refurbished laptop?
It's definitely important to do your research
Right.
and buy from a reputable seller who offers a warranty.
Right.
If you do your due diligence, you can often find a refurbished laptop that's just as good as a new one, but at a fraction of the price.
Great advice. It sounds like refurbished laptops can be a smart choice as long as you're careful about where you buy them. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
We've explored Chromebooks, Windows laptops, touchscreen models, even a refurbished option. It's clear that the sub-$500 laptop market is more diverse and exciting than ever before.
It is. There are so many options.
What are some final takeaways you'd like to leave with our listener as they continue their laptop hunt?
Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all answer.
Okay.
The best laptop for you is going to depend on your individual needs and how you plan to use it.
Right. So think about what matters most to you.
Yes, think about what matters most.
Whether it's portability, performance, battery life, or a specific feature like a touchscreen.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to read those user reviews.
Yes, those reviews are gold.
They can give you valuable insights into the real-world experiences of other users.
Exactly. All right, listeners, we hope this deep dive has helped you narrow down your choices and feel more confident in your decision-making.
Yeah, good luck with your search.
Happy laptop hunting.